Yes, hello again, YouTube land. We have a very special bombshell for you today. If I would have come across this sooner, I probably would have put it out sooner. I had mentioned before Gideon, assassinate evil. He's like the master researcher. And he got me to come in here and help him. And it's a lot of stuff to look over, and it takes a lot of time. And I'm going to talk fast because, you know what? This is like my second or third time recording this. And my thing is right now, it's just so upsetting. What this document is hopefully you can read some of it. But right now I'm going to go to the bottom. Okay, we're almost at the bottom. And I'm going to call your attention to a couple things. This is all about the illegal Israeli settlements. Okay, in 1922 there was a mandate by the Queen about how Palestine should be run, because she owns all of it. And then she decided to give some land to the Jews after World War II ended. Since they got kicked out of 109 countries, they never had a country of their own, not like most other nationalities, not like, Spain or Venezuela or Germany or Italy. They didn't have to fight and bleed for a country and defend a country to make it their own, a swath of land like Great Britain did, the big conquerors. And the Queen still owns a lot of land too. But anyways, in her mandates, she put out two of them. That the Palestinians should be treated fairly, and they can govern themselves. And I'll print both and publish both mandates. And then she put out one after Israel decided to attack its neighbors in 1967 and try to steal more land. And then they decided to occupy the Golan Heights and occupy more Palestinian land. And what's important to understand is they did this right after they signed UN resolutions to get along with the countries right beside them. It's kind of like they signed the agreement and then went home, hopped in their tanks and loaded up their bombs and just, started killing their neighbors just to steal their land. And, they've been told to get out of the Golan Heights, and Trump really should be charged. He can't give the Golan Heights away. He doesn't have the authority to do that. He truly doesn't. And it belongs to Syria. And since 1967, a UN resolution, ICC, IJC, and the Queen has told Israel to get the hell out of Palestine, get the hell out of Gaza, and leave the Palestinians alone. But Israel doesn't respect the Queen or Great Britain or her mandates. And they're obviously not grateful. But anyways, I'll print all that. So what's interesting about this is a lot of it is the WZO, the World Zionist Organization, has a responsibility to get rid of the Palestinians that are already on their land, whether it's by force, they kill them, poison them, or lie and say they threw rocks. And this particular document was produced in it started in 1976. So they plan, into the 60s or something, he's saying. Anyways, it was started long ago. They had planned that they were going to take over this almost as soon as they got their swath of land from the Queen, and they declared their independence in 48 or 49 or whatever it was. And then they planned to attack their neighbors to get more land. And this document proves it. The title of this document, and it's from Israeli Defense Force or Ministry or something like that. It's at the top. I'm sorry, I'm tired. It says illegal settlements. So they know they're illegal. And what's interesting about the WZO is that Jared Kushner and wife are members. Now, how you get to be a member is that you personally can't be a member. You have to be a member of an organization that's a member. But you're still a member. And it's a huge racist organization. But they're going to pay for the settlements, and they're responsible of getting the Palestinians kicked off their land. Now, a lot of this report will say that the military seized the land, or they make a case where the Palestinians are living in a shack. But I don't want to just go over 15 minutes, and I don't want to do it again. So they go to their own court in Israel and say, we want to build X amount of homes, or we want to build a military base or whatever, here, here, and here. So, and then they go to their own court and get a permit. It doesn't matter if it's in another country. I mean, this is like so pinky in the brain, it's unbelievable. It doesn't matter to the Israeli court because they truly believe, they truly believe they own all the land in all the world. And the Talmud tells us that the Jews believe that all non-Jews, and this is what goyams mean, that's why they call us goyim, which is a racist term, all non-Jews are cattle, and they should be slaves to the Jews, and they're non-human. Okay, so anyways, I digress. So here's the settlements. They discussed way back in 79 that they were going to build settlements in the Golan Heights, Jordan Valley. Jordan, they didn't care about the 1994 treaty they signed with you. Gaza Strip, Jordan Valley. They have scheduled for that. Pre-named settlement. And they give their name for it, and they give the old name for it. I can't even say it, but I hope you can see it. That's the old name. That's the new name. Like I said, I'm going to go through this kind of fast. Because it's 34 pages. But this is just to show you how long ago they decided all this, Israel, and how much the WZO is involved in getting the Palestinians cut off their land. And I don't know how to say this, but come on. You've got Zionists in the office. You got a crypto Jew in the office who's Trump. And he's picking Jared, who has investments and belongs to this World Zionist organization that's responsible of getting Palestinians kicked off the land so Israel can build their illegal settlements, and he's in charge of the peace deal. I mean, it doesn't get any more pinky in the brain than that. See, this was cited February 14th, 1982. Settlement name, can you see that? Old name is Anhil. Nanahilla. Jeez, I'm sorry. And this is in Bethlehem. They're building in Bethlehem. You have to forgive me. I don't know my geography too well over there. I mean, I can point them all out on a map, but so they're going to build in Syria. They're going to build in Bethlehem. They're going to build in the Gaza Strip. And this was all planned back in the 70s. Jericho, Jordan Valley. And if I put this on the robo-reader, it wouldn't make any sense because it would just be naming off stuff. I don't know. The former name is Nahal, Togo, or something like that. And I started at the bottom because that's where all the World Zionist organizations are appointed by their council to resolve those pesky Palestinians that are sitting on their own land. And when it came to the 11th century grave of the Palestinians' ancestors. They just knocked over the grave markers, and they were, they were bigger, like they always did way back in those days. I'm going to call them a monument because I can't think. It's, those, they were bigger gravestones than we know. It's like what rich people today put on their gravestones. They always had those big marble. Anyways, they knocked them all down. They didn't even move the dead bodies. So they built something over top of it. And then they got upset because the Palestinians got upset and threw a rock. So yeah, body in charge WZO. And they go, like I said, they go to their own court. Israel goes to their own court and asks their own court, can we build some land in Utah in the United States? And their court says yes. And then they'll go to the WZO and say, you need to get these people off the land. Just like what happened in California. When somebody hit those people in Paradise, California with a dew weapon. WZO was responsible for removing them. This is like, it's worse than the mafia. I mean, my God, the mafia, they just did it to their own. We're talking about just regular people. Okay, I don't want to go over 15 minutes. And I know this is probably hard to read, but this is about the best I could do. And you see, they think, I think I already said, they truly think that they own everything in the world. They do. And they're naming these places after the biblical names. I mean, these people are so ridiculous. It's like I said before, I'm not a Christian. But, Jesus said, beware of the Pharisees and the scribes. And this is what Christians don't get, because probably they're just missing the point. Jews used to be the scribes and the Pharisees that used to copy the Bible and print the Bible for other countries. That's how they made money. So beware of the Pharisees and the scribes, because they lie. So there you go. Okay, here's where they describe Palestinians' homes. 3 permanent structures, a wooden shack, 4 plots for construction and development. There's 29 trailers. I mean, they are so heartless. But like I said, this is all pinky in the brain stuff. But I hope this gives you a better idea. And it gives you more proof. See, here it is, 1976. We're only on page, what page are we on? 213. It's like I said, they decided that they were going to steal everybody's land. Two days after they got their independence. Okay, like, share, subscribe, and if I knew how to put this online in a PDF, I would. And I have Gideon trying to rack his brain to find out where he found it. Okay, till next time, everybody. Thank you for listening. Oh yeah, I appreciate it when people do watch the videos. Gideon's thing is, and it's his channel, and I'm helping him, it's not my channel. Assassinate Evil. He thinks, he's like, I got the information out there, I did my job. And I'm more like, my God, nobody looked at it, and I put a lot of work into it. And so I kind of feel bad personally. But he's right, so I'll adopt his attitude. Okay, over and out. I gotta go.